Hello and welcome to your yoga practice. So in yoga there is this common misconception that to be good at yoga you need to be really flexible, really mobile. And although that's important, that's definitely one element of your yoga practice, because if you're too tight to get into certain positions it will be challenging. But I guess what I'm referring to is, your more advanced poses and things like that. And so there's definitely that element of flexibility and mobility and body control. But an element that isn't discussed or isn't really thought about as much is strength. And so for a lot of the more advanced postures, you do need to have a fairly decent level of strength. And the areas that often get forgotten about are like core, so doing ab work and that sort of thing. And shoulders, so shoulders not only need to be mobile, when you're doing downward facing dog and things like that, you obviously have to have open shoulders, but they also have to be strong. So if you're holding a downward dog for 5 breaths, 10 breaths, 20 breaths, you need this level of strength to stay in that. And so today will be kind of the same, kind of different to some of our other practices, but there's a definite focus on both. So mobility, flexibility, and strength. Well, that's 3 things. And wherever you're at, just choose, variations that I give along the way that work for you. There will be times where it will be quite challenging and we are working towards a more advanced posture. And whether you get that posture or whether you do it properly or can do it to its fullest extent is what I'm trying to say, or not, is irrelevant. It's all about, I've spoken about this before, about showing up to your mat to practice, to get stronger, to get more mobile, to get more flexible, to breathe, learn to control your breath a little better, to control the mind by focusing on your body and your breath. So no matter where you get to with the peak pose, it's irrelevant. It's more about the effort that you bring, the energy that you bring to this practice today. So with that, we will begin. And so if you have blocks, they're going to be great today. If you don't have blocks, don't worry, because I'll be able to give you some variations. And so to start our practice, we have 2 options. So option 1 is child's pose. And so you all know child's pose, knees wide, reaching forwards. And that is if you know already that you have really quite tight shoulders. If your shoulders feel a little more open or they're feeling okay, we're going to go puppy pose, which is slightly different. Okay, so puppy pose, you're stacking your hips over your knees, so there's a straight line there, and then bending from the hip, reaching your arms forwards and dropping your chest down. And so the tendency is to push the hips back and be more in a child's pose. We want to try and avoid that, so keep the hips over the knees, and then rather than pushing the hips back, walk the hands forwards. Now if your shoulders are tight and you kind of get stuck here, you can bring a block underneath the forehead or a pillow or something of that nature. If you are a little more open, you can just gently rest down your forehead down on the mat. And then if you're really, really open, you might even drop the chin and look forward. But wherever you are, just try to start to settle here. And choosing a shape that really works for your shoulders, for your body. And finding a shape that allows you to find and create this really fluid breath. And as you feel your breath moving in and out of your body, and just notice how that feels. Without trying to necessarily control the breath right in this moment. This is this invitation to connect with it. You might like to engage your Ujjayi breath. constriction at the back of your throat, creating this really soft, smooth oceanic sound. If you feel like your body is starting to open a little, if you're in puppy pose or child's pose, you might reach and walk the hands forwards. And as you do that, you might find that you can really melt the chest down even further towards the ground. If you're in a child's pose, maybe you sink the hips down further towards the heels. Wherever you are, taking about 5 more rounds of really slow and steady breath. Allowing the breath to flood your body now. Deep breath in. And slow breath out. And very slowly, just making your way up to a seated position. And if you have 2 blocks, wonderful. You can sit on one and use the other. If you have 1 block, I would recommend sitting on something else or just sitting on the floor and using your block for this part of your practice. Now, if you don't have a block, all you're going to do, because we're just holding the block like so between your hands on the long side. If you don't have a block, you're just going to hold your hands out. Okay, and so you're going to do the same actions of the arms that I give you through this sequence, and just pretending that you have that block there. And what that does, or what, if you're pretending that it's there, imagine that it's really there and that you're pressing into it, okay, that you've got something there to press into. All right, let's do it. So if you have your block, bring your 2 palms around it and then reach your arms straight out from your shoulders, okay? And then even in this position, it's really easy to just not really engage much and just kind of be soft. But I want you to press your palms actively into the block. If you have no block, just press your hands as if you're holding something. All right, and so notice as you do that, straight away you'll feel your arms start to work a little harder. You'll feel your shoulders switch on. And then see if you can draw your belly in. Good, and then keep pressing into the block. Slowly start to raise your arms up, 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 up. And so you want to go to a point, like ideally you'd be getting the arms straight up overhead, biceps next to ears. If when you do that, you find that you back bend and your ribs pop out, just bring the arms out in front a little. So if your shoulders are a bit tighter, that might be where you stay. Keep pressing into the block, keep drawing your belly in. So there's this active pulling of the belly in and the rib cage down. Good. Keep reaching your arms up, keep drawing your belly in. Take 5 breaths. Pressing into the block with strength, drawing the belly in. 4 more breaths, arms straight and strong, belly in. You should be feeling like you're doing quite a bit of work here now. Good, 3 breaths, breathe in, maybe the eyes close as you feel and connect with the shoulders, connect with your arms. And 2 more breaths, connect with your arms. Wow, what a thing to say. And then 1 more big breath in, keep reaching up, keep drawing your belly in. And then slowly place the block down. Both hands onto your shoulders and just go for a bit of a backstroke. Give your shoulders a little moment to settle and release, and then go forwards. And then release, and just maybe a few shoulder rolls. Good. And so 1 more drill here. So same thing, palms pressing into the block. I do the side on for you. And so again, if you don't have a block, this time it's going to be different. You're going to clasp your hands together, okay? And I'll show you what you'll do in just a moment. If you have a block, arms out straight, reaching up overhead without the rib cage pouring out. So what it would look like is if you're here, you'd be back bending quite severely. So you want to draw the belly in, keep the arms straight, and then bend at the elbows, okay? And you're going to create a 90-degree angle. And that's exactly where you're going to stay. You're going to keep pressing into the block, hugging your elbows in, so don't let the elbows flare out. If you don't have a block, clasp your hands together and do that same position, trying to get your arms straight up overhead, belly drawing in. Good, press your palms together, so you're squeezing the fist. Good, stay here, again, 5 breaths. If you've got the block, keep pressing into the sides. If you're pressing your palms together, keep pressing them in. Good, hug the elbows in. We've got to hug the elbows in, don't let them splay out to the side. Keep drawing the belly in, take a full breath in. And steady breath out. 2 more rounds of breath, hug the belly in, hug the block, press your palms into it. And then breathe out. Good, just taking 1 more deep breath in. And then releasing breath out. Oh, release the block out. And then come to lay on your back. A bit of prep work to do in today's practice. So laying down on your back. Interlace your hands behind your head. And then bring your knees up over your hips. Good, then from here, curl up. And as you curl up, try and get your shoulder blades off the ground. And then from here, you're going to extend your left leg forwards and connect right elbow to right knee. So you're hugging the right elbow to knee, you're flattening your lower back down on the ground, your left leg shoots out in front. If it's too much, you shoot it straight up in the air, either 90 degrees for, or maybe down to 70, 60, 50-ish. If you're feeling intense, you're feeling like you want to work, you bring it low. Good, keep connecting the right elbow to right knee, keep hugging your belly button in, keep suctioning the waist, or sucking the waist in, and dropping your lower back down towards the ground. Take a breath in, and a breath out. And slowly lower down. And we'll change sides, so take a breath in, elbows wide, back flat. And then exhale, curl up. And as you curl up, try to get your shoulder blades as far off the ground as you can. And then from there, right leg extends to whatever degree works for you, and then left elbow connects with the left knee. Keep hugging your belly in, keep the right leg as straight as you can on whatever angle you need it to be on to keep your back glued to the floor. Keep drawing your belly in, feel your abdominal switch on, breathe in, breathe out. Shoulder blades off the ground, take a full round of breath in, full breath out. 1 more like that, big breath in, and then slowly hug your knees to chest as you breathe out. If that didn't switch on your abs, I don't know what will. Hug the knees in, rock and roll. Up and down, roll over. And then from here, interlace your hands together. Elbows stack underneath your shoulders. Dolphin pose. Extending your legs, extending your hips up and back. What a way to begin your practice. And so that prep work is relevant here in your dolphin pose, as I'm sure you can feel. So we need strong and open shoulders. And we need a strong core. It might not feel like it in dolphin, but once you bring awareness to the belly and strengthen your belly a little more, you'll find this shape is so much easier. The more strength we can do, so much better. And so here, if you're feeling that it's quite challenging already, keep pressing your forearms down. As you push the forearms down, you'll feel your shoulders strengthen and lock in a little bit better rather than just dropping your head between your arms. Good, soften your knees, send your hips further up, take a full breath in, and full breath out. 1 more breath in, breath out. Walk your hands back, walk your feet back, and take forearm plank, shoulders stacking over your elbows, belly pulling in. Eye gaze is down on the mat, so try not to look up towards the screen. You want to try and keep your eyes down on the mat, just so your neck stays long. Good, feel here, again, your belly working. Suck the belly in and press the forearms down. So pressing the forearms down, we're almost coming into a protracted shape. So you're rounding your upper back a little. Hug your belly in, take a breath in. And then drop your hips down. Come into Sphinx pose. I'm doing that transition a little bit lately, so you might be used to that one. So elbows underneath your shoulders, or maybe just slightly forwards. And then roll your shoulders back in. Feel this gentle compression through your lower back. Feel your chest lifting. Bringing back your Ujjayi breath. If you lost it, breathe in. Pardon me, breathe out. Stay here for one more breath in. And then very slowly lower yourself all the way down. Hands reach back beside you. And then slowly lift your chest up, lift your feet up. Good. Now pressing the palms down. I want you to pull the heel of your hand up towards the top of your mat. And as you do that, you'll feel your back muscles engage a little more, and you might find that you can lift your chest a little more. Good. Keep lifting your chest, keep pulling your hands back on the mat. So this engagement through the back body. Take a breath in. And a slow breath out. One more breath in. Slowly lower as you breathe out. Hands press beside your ribs. Press yourself up and back. Downward facing dog. Oh, we made it to down dog. Take a full and deep belly breath in. And a steady breath out. And then just do whatever you need to do in down dog. So whether you're walking out your dog, bending one knee, then the other, maybe the hips are moving side to side, just kind of exploring this shape. We won't be here for too long, so you've already done a lot of work on your shoulders. Take a couple of rounds of breath here just to move in a way that feels good. And then very slowly walk yourself forwards to the top of your mat, forward fold. Take a halfway lift as you arrive. And then exhale to fold. Inhale, rise, reach all the way up. Take a big stretch. And then gather your hands at your heart. Inhale, reach your arms up. And then exhale, hands through heart, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your back, drive your heels down. And then exhale, step back, plank pose. Hug the belly in. Draw the navel to spine, and then start to shift your body weight forwards over the wrists. Good, stay here for just one more breath in. Knees up or down, slowly lower your chest all the way to the floor. Untuck the toes and press the tops of your feet down. Inhale, baby cobra, heart lift, shoulders roll back. And then exhale, lower down. Inhale, baby cobra, heart lift, shoulders roll back. And then exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up, Gomulkasana. And then exhale, downward facing dog, either through plank or tabletop. Make your way there. Take a full deep belly breath in. And a slow, gentle breath out. Come high onto your tippy toes, bend your knees, look forward, step, walk or hop to the top of your mat. Straight away, halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, reach all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. And then exhale, hands through heart, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full and deep belly breath in. Then a slow, mindful breath out. Take another long, juicy breath in. Slow, steady breath out. Come high onto your tippy toes, bend your knees, look forward, step, walk or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reach all the way up. Exhale, hands through heart, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low. Inhale, scoops you through, upward facing dog, heart lifts, legs lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full and deep belly breath in. And a slow, steady breath out. One more like that, big breath in. Long breath out. Good, inhale, right leg lifts up. And as you exhale, step your right foot forwards between your hands. Drop your left knee down, sweep your arms up, Vinyasa, low lunge. And as you take your low lunge even, draw your belly in. Press firmly through the right foot. And then really start to squeeze your left butt cheek. And as you squeeze your left butt cheek, you feel the hips come back a little and this lengthening start to happen through the left leg. Love that feeling. Take a full breath in. And then as you breathe out, open twist. So left arm forwards, right arm back. Good. Keep the firmness through the legs so the hips don't sag one side or the other. Try to keep them firm. Take a full breath in. And maybe the right shoulder pulls back a little more as you breathe out. Good. Inhale to reverse this shape. So the right hand comes down towards the right calf, left arm reaches up. Full breath in. We move slow here and breathe out. Stay for one more breath in. There's a little back bend maybe. And then as you breathe out, hook the left elbow around the right knee to twist. Palms press together. Ooh, we might get a little back crack as the right shoulder peels back in space. So good. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Really starting to open through the thoracic spine. So press your palms together. Feel the left side of your chest searching under. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Inhale to release the twist. Vinyasa, reach up. And then exhale, pyramid pose. So tucking the left toes, straightening your right leg. And then hop the left foot in a little and square your hips. So the right hip pulls back a little as the left hip gently pulls forward. And then from here, try something on. So try to flatten your left heel down. And as you do that, you feel the left calf starting to open. And then with the front foot, you might start to lift your toes up away from the ground. If that feels like too much, just drop that foot down. Keep peeling the right hip back. Keep draping the upper body forward. So you might even reach and extend your arms forwards. Take a breath in. And a full breath out. Slowly adjust your stance. Inhale, runner's lunge. Heart forwards, left leg strong. And then as you exhale, step back to plank pose. Good. Take a full belly breath in. And a slow breath out. Taking low plank now, so elbows come down. Clasp your hands together. And just stay. So back nice and strong. Belly strong. Back straight rather. Legs straight and strong. And then from here, look towards your feet. Walk your feet in towards your shoulders. Dolphin pose. Now dolphin pose used to be one of my most hated poses because I lacked strength. I lacked strength in the shoulders and mobility, so it was a very challenging pose. And so if that's you, that's okay. Your body will begin to open, it will get stronger, but we have to put it into positions to allow that to happen. And so this is a perfect position for that. So soften your knees, keep your elbows underneath your shoulders. Try not to let them go too wide, so you want them nice and narrow. And then push the forearms down. Push the forearms down so you awaken your shoulders, awaken your arms, awaken your upper back muscles. Good. Stay here, breathe in. Breathe out. From here, you might stay as you are, or if you're wanting a challenge, the right leg lifts up. and back. Good, just staying here for 3 breaths. So breathe in deep. Breathe out. Try to keep your hips square. If you're just staying in dolphin, stay. Breathe in. Breathe out. If you have the leg lifted, bring it down. Drop your knees down. Take a narrow child's pose. You might even reach your hands back just to give the shoulders a little moment. Take a breath in. And a full breath out. Together, let's take one more like that. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Inhale to come back to tabletop. And then exhale takes you back down dog. Straight away, inhale, left leg lifts up. As you exhale, step your left foot forwards. Drop your right knee down, reach up, Vinyasa. And as you reach your arms up, draw the belly in. Draw the front ribs down. And at the same time, get firm through the feet and the legs. So press your left heel down. Squeeze your right glute to stabilize your hips, stabilize that right leg. Take one more breath in, reaching up. As you exhale, open twist, right arm forwards, left arm back. Good, try to keep the arms in the same line. Always, when I can see myself in the camera, I can actually see where my arms are, so hopefully that's straight on the other side. And then breathe here, peel your left shoulder back if there's space. Take another breath in, another breath out. Inhale to reverse this shape, so right arm reaching up, left hand might rest on your right calf. Keep pressing firmly through the left foot, and there's a little option for a back bend here. As long as there's still stability and work through the belly. Breathe in, breathe out. One more breath in, and then exhale, hook and twist, right elbow around left knee. Palms come together. Ooh, a bit wobbly on this side. If you're wobbly, tuck the toes on your right foot. Good, and then press your palms together. So that press of the left hand into the right hand is going to help twist and open your spine. Gather the breath. Just settle. Feel the firming of your left foot down into the ground. Feel your left shoulder peeling back. Just stay for one more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale, both arms reach and stretch up. Exhale, pyramid pose. Straighten your left leg and fold forwards. And then straight away, hop the right foot in a little so that you can drop the heel down. And your feet should be on train tracks and not in like one straight line. So there should be a bit of width between the 2 feet. And then the left hip's pulling back. And so in our last practice, I physically used the left thumb to pull the left hip back. So if that helped or that works for you, you can do that again. If not, just actively do it. And then there's the option to lift the toes up on the left foot. It's quite strong, obviously, on the calf, the hamstring. So choose your variation, choose your option, and then settle and stay. If your breath in any way has become choppy, you might look to just change your option, change your body in a way that allows you to have this nice smooth breath. Settle here for one more round of breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, runner's lunge, heart opens forwards. And then exhale, step back, plank pose. Hands under shoulders, belly strong. Breathe in. Low plank, forearm plank should I say, as you breathe out. Interlacing the hands, elbows stacking underneath the shoulders. Start to walk to dolphin. Repetition is the mother of all skill. And repetition is what makes us stronger. You can't just do one squat and have strong legs. You have to do many, many, many squats, many, many, many warrior twos. Long holds. So, anyway, you're probably like, stop talking, just get us out of this. So, if you're wanting to take it further, this time it's the left leg that's going to lift up. If the leg is lifted, keep it square, keep your hips square. Wherever you are, press your forearms down, take 3 breaths. Strong shoulders, strong arms, strong belly, left leg lifting to the ceiling if that's the option you're in. And let's just take one more round of breath. Breathe in. Left leg steps down, knees drop down. Mini break, child's pose, arms reach back. Just 2 breaths here to settle, so enjoy it. Breathe in. Maybe the lips open as you breathe out. One more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale to come back to tabletop. As you exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full and deep belly breath in. And a long, easy breath out. Good. Inhale to roll forwards, high plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Let's keep the energy flowing. Inhale, right leg lifts up. As you exhale, step your right foot forwards, runner's lunge. Inhale to puff your chest forwards, long spine. And then exhale, pyramid pose. Good. Inhale, crescent lunge, reach up. As you exhale, open twist, so left arm forwards, right arm back. Good. Inhale, both arms reach up, straighten your right leg. And then exhale, open twist, bend through both knees. 2 more, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out to pause. Straight away, inhale, reverse this shape, left arm reaches up. And then exhale, hook and twist. Left elbow hooks around the right knee, palms come to press together. Right shoulder peels back. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. You're going to hop your left foot about halfway up the mat. Coming up onto the tippy toes. Really bend into your right knee. Lean further forwards, and then maybe the left leg hovers. Maybe it's just the tiniest little inch off the ground. Maybe it's quite high. Take a breath in. Keep the twist. Breathe out. And then very slowly, ninja-like, step back. Inhale to reach up, crescent lunge, maybe straightening the right leg to give it a breather. And then exhale, open the hips out, warrior 2. Whew. Take a full and deep breath in. Long breath out. Straighten right leg, reach your arms forward, right arm. And take triangle pose, right hand down, left arm up. Good, take a nice long and smooth breath in. And a smooth breath out. And 2 more like that, maybe looking up to the left thumb. Breathe in, belly breaths. And breathe out. Last time, breathe in. And breathe out. Good, inhale to reverse Trikonasana, reach your right arm up. And then as you exhale, warrior 2. So dive back into that right knee. Interlace your hands behind your lower back, roll the shoulders down. And then exhale, humble warrior. Right shoulder on the inside of your right knee, left leg strong, breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more breath in. 1 more breath out. Good, inhale to reverse your warrior, keep the right knee bent, reach your right arm up and back. And then as you exhale, windmill your hands down to the ground, 3-legged dog. So right leg shoots up and out. Take a full and deep belly breath in. And a slow, steady breath out. Now from here, it's a fun transition. You're going to drop your forearms down and take a 3-legged dolphin. If 3-legged dolphin is just not for you, both feet can come down to the ground. Good, I know it's a lot of repetition. And so from here, with the right leg lifted, this is where you might stay. You might take a few hops, pressing the forearms down, left knee hugging to chest, right leg staying strong. Maybe you overbalance, taking Pincha Mayurasana. Good stuff. Wherever you are, take 3 more hops. If you're upside down, take 3 more breaths. And then very very slowly, as you're ready, drop the knees down, come into plank, either going straight to down dog or through a flow. Take a full and deep belly breath in. And a steady breath out. Good, inhale, left leg lifts up. As you exhale, left foot steps forwards, runner's lunge. Inhale to puff the chest forwards, long spine. And then exhale, pyramid pose. We keep moving, inhale, rise, crescent lunge, just one breath in. And exhale, open twist, right arm forwards, left arm back. Good, keep moving, inhale, reach up, straighten your left leg. Exhale, open twist, bend both knees. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist. Last time, breathe in. Bend into both knees to twist. Inhale, reverse it, right arm reaches up. And then exhale, hook and twist, right elbow around left knee, right leg straightens. Good, now press through your palms to turn the chest to the left side. Look down at your left foot and hop your right foot about halfway up, or maybe 3/4 of the way up. Not three, as in a quarter of the way from where it was, you know what I'm saying, hopefully. And then lean the weight forwards, keep pressing your palms together. Maybe the right foot hovers off the ground just for a moment. Maybe you fall out, it's all good. Wherever you are, stay for just one more breath in. One more breath out. Slowly stepping back, opening up to warrior two, maybe straightening the left leg just for a moment. And then bending, taking warrior two. Arms stretching wide, shoulders soft. Gaze forwards, take a breath in. Breath out. Slowly start to straighten left leg, reach your left fingertips forwards. And then left hand comes down, right arm up, triangle pose. And then take this moment to settle, to pause, to find the strength in the feet as they press down. It's like your feet are trying to grip the mat. So you're lifting your inner arches, rolling the right shoulder back. The left side of the chest stretches under, breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale to reverse Trikonasana, left fingertips reach up and back. And then as you breathe out, warrior two. Interlace your hands behind your lower back. Walk the left foot out a little to the left. Roll your shoulders down. And then exhale, humble. Good, keeping the right leg strong, keeping the chest and the hips squaring to the front of the room. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more deep breath in. One more deep breath out. Inhale to reverse warrior, reach your left fingertips up and back. Keep the bend in the left knee. As you breathe out, three-legged dog, the left leg lifting up. Good, now here is that transition from three-legged dog to three-legged dolphin. So take your time getting into it. Clasp your hands together. Lift your left leg up. Push your forearms down. So you're trying to stack your shoulders and your hips over. Try to stack your hips over your shoulders. That's what I'm trying to say. Your shoulders should be in line with your elbows. Good, so from here, this might be where you stay. Or maybe you try a few little hops. Pincha, Mayurasana, forearm stand. If you're in it, your head is off the ground. At no point does your head come down. Let's headstand. We're not practicing that today. Take a couple more hops or a couple more breaths. And then very slowly, when you're ready, knees down. Narrow child's pose. From here, just let the breath smooth. body start to soften. Releasing any tension in the face, in the jaw. Really just taking a moment here for yourself. Very slowly walking forwards and going to lay on your belly. And as you lay on your belly, arms reach back behind you, interlace your hands behind your lower back. Lift up, Shalabhasana. Legs lift, chest lifts. And as you clasp your hands together, pull the fist down towards your heels. Again, try to keep your eye gaze down on the mat so that your neck stays long. Try to avoid looking up, up, up. And look down, down, down. Not down, just across your cheeks. Take a breath in. And slowly release one ear to the mat. Or maybe making a pillow with your hands to rest. And then stretching your left arm out on a bit of an angle so your hand is higher than your shoulder line. Right hand towards the right side of your chest. And then rolling over into this pec or shoulder stretch. Again, shoulder stretch. The right leg might be just dangling, hanging in the air. The foot might come flat. And settle the breath, settle your mind. Keeping yourself present by noticing the stretch, the sensation through the left shoulder. Becoming aware of what it feels to breathe more deeply. Slowly coming back to center, pausing there just for a moment. Before setting up for the other side, so the right arm will stretch out to the right. Try to keep the hands just slightly above the shoulder. Left hand to the left side of your chest. Left leg comes up and over, or just hangs and dangles. Release your jaw and soften your face. You start to transition now into a more restful, peaceful, calm state. Take one or two breaths where you are. And then very slowly coming back to center once more. Pausing, just resting for a moment. And then as you feel ready, taking downward facing dog. And then in down dog, just bring your awareness to your shoulders, to your arms. Notice if there is maybe a little fatigue through the shoulders. Maybe notice if there's more space. So comparing this down dog to maybe your first down dog. There's no right or wrong. You just notice. And then as you inhale, roll to high plank. And then exhale, drop your knees down, so tabletop position. And so from here, we're going to set up for Gomulkasana. So bring your right knee kind of in between your two hands, slide the right heel towards the left side, and then bring the left leg underneath and sit down. Good. And so from here, you're trying to get the right knee in line with the left knee. If it doesn't quite go, you can keep it a little bit wider. And if your hips, especially your right hip, is up away from the ground, just sit up on a prop, block, pillow, whatever you've got. Now from here, we're going to take the bind with Gomulkasana today. So your arms are going to reach up, and then bend your right elbow, placing your hand in between your shoulder blades, and then swinging the left arm under to take this grip of the hands. Okay, if that doesn't work for you, you can also grip onto a towel or your shirt or just anything that you can kind of clasp there. If at any time the bind becomes too strong, just release it out. But as you inhale, lift your chest up, and then exhale to fold. And so generally, I like to keep the bind just for a few breaths, and then I really enjoy releasing everything forwards. But that's just me. You might love the bind. You might be feeling nice on your shoulders here. You might feel gross on your shoulders and you want to release straight away. So again, your body, your practice, so please choose as you need to. But wherever you are, it's an invitation to gently close down the eyes now. Really start to settle. Slowly coming all the way up, and then just changing legs, so you can come back through tabletop, or you can lean back, uncross, and then recross with the left leg on top. Okay, you might find that this hip's quite different to the other, so you might need to adjust. And then if you're taking the bind, it'll be left arm going up, bending, right arm reaching behind. Might find this side's quite different with the shoulders. Take a breath in to lift your chest, and then exhale forward. Just taking 3 more rounds of breath here. Really enjoy these final few breaths. Take advantage of stretch, the softening, releasing of your body. One more breath in. Slow breath out. Slowly coming all the way up. Leaning back on your hands, uncrossing the legs, and then coming to lay all the way down. once you arrive, I'm going to take Viparita Karani. So if you do have a block or a pillow, I recommend popping your hips up onto that, just kind of at the sacrum area. I find works quite well to keep everything in alignment. And then the legs just extend up. If your hamstrings are really tight, I recommend bending your knees quite a lot. If you're near a wall, you can place your legs up the wall. That feels so good. If this feels too strong and your legs are just kind of dangling and shaking, you can just take Supta Baddha Konasana, so laying flat on your back, soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Obviously, it's a slightly different shape, but it should hopefully provide you with a little more relaxation, a little more ease. Gently closing down the eyes if they're not already. And just allowing this gentle inversion to really relax you. Just not asking a lot of your body. So now, knowing that the more active parts of the practice are over, you can start to release the muscles, release your jaw, soften your shoulders. And you can tell your body, hey, body, I'm slowing down here. The way you tell your body that is by breathing slowly, mindfully, very deeply. Taking a couple more rounds of breath as you are. Now, if you're feeling really comfortable, so if you're in Viparita Karani with the legs just dangling, or if you're up against a wall and you're like, oh, I am so relaxed here, absolutely, totally can stay there. If you are just, loving that, stay there. If, however, you want to move into more traditional pose for your final shape, the final moments of your practice, now's the time to start to transition into Shavasana. And take your time in getting there. Once you do arrive, take a full deep belly breath in. Fill the belly with air. And then open your lips, release, soften, let go. Just take a slow and deep breath in, releasing breath out. Starting to wiggle fingers and toes, moving slowly and mindfully. Just noticing how you feel in this moment. Slowly, when you're ready, pressing yourself up to a seated position. There's no rush whatsoever in arriving. Once you do get here, just let your hips become heavy. Allow your shoulders to roll down and back. And gently let the eyes close. This practice of yoga is about more than being flexible. It's about more than mobility. It's about more than the poses, the shapes. This practice of yoga teaches us strength, physical strength, mental strength, resilience. It teaches us to find calm amongst chaos, to find our breath, to settle, to soften. It teaches us so many things, so much more than what I've just said, but those are a few that come to mind, a few that are very important. And so I thank you and honour you for being here practicing today. Keep up the amazing work. Namaste. And keep practicing dolphin. Dolphin party all the time. All the time. Thank you. Have a good day.